Hello, hello. This is Dr. Matthew Loop, and welcome to this new training titled Lucrative Low Hanging Fruit Practice Growth Strategies to Implement in 2024. I'm so happy you're here because this information has the potential to transform your practice and your life and to help you set records in the new year. As I mentioned, my name is Matthew Loop. I've trained over 8,000 chiropractors over the years. I've been doing this since the MySpace days, way back in the day. Started off as a chiro, accidentally got into consulting because so many docs were asking me what I was doing with YouTube and all the other technology early on. And since then, I've had the privilege of training and speaking on some of the biggest stages in chiropractic and otherwise. If you don't know, I'm the author of Social Media Made Me Rich. Here's how it can do the same for you. And my goal is to give you exactly what you need so you can help better your life, your practice, and help more people in this coming year. Massive opportunity awaits us for those that are going to take the bull by the horns and run with it. So shut yourself away. Make sure you take some notes because I promise I'm going to deliver big on today's training. But before I get into the information, I just wanted to let you know about an event that we're hosting live, half days for 3 days in the Bahamas at Atlantis. This is this April. I'm telling you, this place is gorgeous. This is a place near Atlantis called the Exumas. And we are from the dates of April 25th through the 27th in the Bahamas, Atlantis. You can learn more about this social media profit mastery training at www.ucam.fun. So just make note of the dates, and it's 3 half days in the seminar room. And then afterwards, we're going to play and party and maybe do a catamaran or yacht or some really cool excursions. It's over 60% sold out at the moment. Tickets are on sale now, so check that out when you have a minute. Also, I'm hosting another training in Atlanta this August 17th, and that's called the Social Media Revenue Summit. If you go to socialmediarevenuesummit.com, you can learn more about that training. And right now, early bird tickets are on sale, and we have 57 tickets left. It's at the Porsche Experience Center. I promise you this will be a memorable event and training. Plus, you're going to hang around with some high-level influencers and successful docs at an amazing venue with fantastic content that will help you grow. And I'd also like to share with you our Freedom Alliance Mastermind. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. The FAM, this is a powerful community that we just started a couple months ago that's really taken the profession by storm. But I want to get into the content of today's training to help you fast track your 2024. So let's start by talking about reactivating your current patients. I've got a great sequence that you should use in the second week of January. Write this down: Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You're going to send this email sequence and then send a text on the first day just to let people know to check their email. If you go to dcincome.com/blog/script, you can download this for free, dcincome.com/blog/script, to access this 3-day reactivation sequence. So many doctors over the years have done it. 20 new patients in 3 days, 7 new patients in 3 days, and reactivations, all by just pushing the send button a few times. This is an area of low hanging fruit if you're not using your current email list. So I've given you the actual script, and feel free to modify and tweak it and send it back, and I'll give you some feedback if you want. The second thing you actually have to master and make sure that you are good to go with in this new year is Google My Business, Google Maps. Everyone knows what Google Maps is. When I search chiropractors in Bozeman, Montana, for example, you can see these map listings, and there's a doc, my client, with 722 reviews. Who do you think they're going to choose if a prospective patient is looking between 173 reviews, 126, and 722? Well, 99% of the people will choose this because it's social proof. People buy chiropractors like they buy books online, so you need to have at least 2 to 3 times the amount of reviews as your competitors in this new year. So just a reminder to dial that back in, make sure you're on point. Another thing I wanted to mention to you, which is relatively new for chiros, it's been around for service-based professionals like plumbers and electricians for a while, are Google local service ads. You can see there at the very, very top, and you can get licensed with Google, which makes it appear, and it sticks out like a sore thumb is what it does, and it's above Google AdWords and above Google Maps. So it's prime real estate, a great way to hack your way to the first page of Google. Now, moving on, let me give you some more quick wins. I told you I was going to go fast because I've got so much great information I want to share with you today. The first one is increase your fees if you haven't. Inflation has taken all of us by surprise. So everything is going up: food, gas, your other services. So it's time to increase your services. There's never been a better time to increase your fees. And really, can you put a price tag on the adjustment of what you deliver to patients? I don't think so. So make sure you implement a protocol to do that. Go back over the last 2 years. What was your best month? Write it down. What were you doing social media wise, external events, referrals? Figure that out so you can continue the momentum. Also, get an internal referral system going in your practice. This is a super easy way to turn one social media patient into 2, 3, or 4 if you have a great phone script, or even when you reactivate patients and they're happy, or you do a reevaluation, I should say. Super, super simple. If you're not doing this, make a note of it because you can find great protocols. Heavily focus on improving your retention. I'm going to share ways to attract new patients today in the practice. But if you focus on improving your retention, now people are going to stay for their actual care plans longer. So you help them. And of course, that helps your practice increase the collections. Now, I couldn't do a training on social media without teaching you how to maintain healthy accounts on these platforms, because sometimes the game changes and they like things, sometimes they don't. So here are some basic guidelines to follow. When posting research or news, always post from mainstream sources and not alternative ones, because they're most likely to get flagged. And even the alternative sources usually have the main link at the very bottom. Be careful with memes and satire. Facebook and social platforms, they don't really like those, and they can ding you and lower your organic reach. Don't make any claims about anything you promote: chiropractic, weight loss, pain syndromes, even if it's true, because a lot of times they will deny your ad plus potentially ban your account. Don't use images that depict pain or physical problems. If you do, then you might be on borrowed time. When promoting conditions like sciatica, back pain, headaches, don't use second person language. You can't say, "Do you have back pain?" But you can say, "Avoid back pain," or "Back pain can be overwhelming." Use third person language. Don't use words like cure, beat, overcome, relieve, eliminate, or gets rid of. Those can get flagged. Beware of music that's copywritten. A lot of you post TikTok videos to Facebook, but the problem is Facebook or Instagram, they don't have the rights to all this commercial music that is trending. So be very careful of that, because it might get your content flagged. Top 4 content resources. Make sure you take note of these. Answerthepublic.com. This is an amazing resource where you can pull questions, prepositions, phrases right from what people are typing in on Google. This gives you endless content ideas. YouTube, if you look at the most viewed videos on YouTube and TikTok for any given keyword, whether it's chiropractic, scoliosis, you name it, it'll pull back the popular videos. You can see what others have done. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. See what's taken off viral and potentially model that. ChatGPT is a great way to help you create content based on what you're using on Answer the Public. You can use it to write video scripts for you. You can use it to write blog posts, press releases, and the list goes on. This is an example of Answer the Public when I talked about giving you questions, prepositions, and phrases. Search scoliosis, and there you have it. Tons of content ideas. How scoliosis affects the body. That would be very easy for you to create a simple 30-second to a minute video on that topic. Here's an example on YouTube. Go to the filters. You can search by view count for any given keyword. And now you've got the popular videos. You can see why they went viral and replicate some of those. Create a content calendar going into the new year. This is a lot of time what separates a 6- and 7-figure practice, believe it or not: the regularity and the content calendar. How many blog posts are you or your team going to write every week? How many short form videos? How many times are you going to post on your fan page per day? What are you going to post? Have this all mapped out. I went to ChatGPT and I actually asked ChatGPT, this was separate for a cosmetic dentist practice, but I said, create me a content calendar based on a cosmetic dentist practice. And it did exactly just that. Day 1 through day 30, education awareness, before and after, introduction, patient testimonial, treatment highlights, fun fact Friday. Takes the guesswork out of what you need to create. You just look on it and then go. Q&A sessions, poll Tuesday, and the list goes on. I'm not going to read all of this, but you can see week 3, promotions and offers, lifestyle, community, celebrate achievements, future trends, social media exclusives, yada, yada, yada. So you could go to ChatGPT, act as a chiropractic marketing consultant, write me a social media marketing calendar for the next 30 days. Now, remember, mix up your content with images, videos, infographics, and text-based posts. Monitor the engagement metrics to determine which types of posts are resonating most with your audience and adjust your future content accordingly. Always maintain a consistent posting schedule and engage with your audience by responding to comments and messages promptly. Feel free to customize this calendar based on your practice's uniques, offerings, and goals, and good luck with your cosmetic dentist social media marketing efforts. That's what ChatGPT said. So powerful stuff. Now, let me get into this just a bit because everyone's talking about AI. ChatGPT, what is it? If you were still not familiar with it, think of ChatGPT as like a big brain that's connected to the internet. And I tell you what, there are other similar platforms out there that are powerful too, like Grok or Google Bard. ChatGPT is the most famous, and Grok, in my opinion, is likely the second leading in that. Now, each of them has their different biases and slants, so you have to understand that. You've got the new Bing AI, Chat Sonic, which is a paid service, Jasper AI. Those are other ones. ChatGPT, though, this brain online, it's really a shortcut and a time saver. These chatbots are artificial intelligence generating systems for online customer care. They are pre-trained chats, which make use of what's called natural language processing. The source is data, textbooks, websites, which they use to model its own language, responding to human interaction. Now, ChatGPT has the free version, and they have the upgraded version, which accesses the web down to the second. I think it's like $20 a month or something. You can ask questions, tell a story. The bot responds with relevant, natural-sounding answers and topics. The interface is designed to simulate a human conversation, creating natural engagement with the bot. So whatever it is you want to type in as a command or question in the prompt, you can do just that. The bot works for any type of business or practice. I could literally type in right now, ChatGPT, write me a business plan for a chiropractic practice, or write me a 500-word blog post that tells how scoliosis can be helped with chiropractic care, or write me a video script on how chiropractic can help with headaches, or create an opt-in box on my website so I can capture names and emails. The list goes on. Here are a couple website links where you can sign up for these tools, but if you just go to Google and type in ChatGPT sign up, you'll pull it back. This is what the interface looks like. So as you come here, this is where you type in your prompts or your queries. Ask it anything you want. Ask it for analogies about chiropractic. So many things that you can do with this. Google Bard is the same way. So what can it actually do for your practice, though? It simplifies so many actions that in seconds, it would take you hours or weeks to complete. So literally saves you so much time, and you can replace your marketing and your advertising company depending on the work that they're doing. So questions, commands that you can give the bot, I mean, the possibilities are truly endless. So as I mentioned before, I could type in, write a blog post, ChatGPT, on 500 words, give me an opt-in box for my website here. I could go and have a press release written in a certain way. I could ask it for the main SEO factors for chiropractors in New York. Give me all the SEO things that I need to do to outrank certain websites. And I've written extensively about this in my other guides and in my video tutorials. So if you haven't watched those, or if you haven't even taken my ChatGPT course, I would highly recommend it. Facebook and Instagram advertising effectiveness is dwindling for many as markets become more saturated. A lot of chiros don't understand this. They've been using the same ads for 2 years. And unfortunately, you will have a poor shelf life. So a great way to get around that is to figure out what other people, other docs in your area are doing and do the opposite. This is where the Facebook ad library comes into play because we can search for ads that were written by other chiropractors locally. You can type, if you just go to Facebook and you type in ads library in the search, you'll see this little bar where you can type in competitors' names and it pulls back different ads that they've done. It's a powerful tool that I've used for several years and I've recommended for many clients. So make a list of 5 competitors locally so you can see what they're doing as not to overlap. If your ads look the same, naturally, people will click less and they'll be less effective. It's relatively simple. Now, I just gave this example of a Lululemon. If you ever had a clothing brand, you were competing with them, Facebook ads library shows you exactly the ads that they were running. in these time frames, and it shows you how long they've been running the ads. So if they've been running the ads for a very long time, it's likely it's profitable. Now, your biggest opportunity to build your audience for free in 2024 is through the use of Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok videos, 60 seconds or under, and Facebook Reels. These are all short form video networks. They really thrive with content under 60 seconds, and you have the potential to go viral into the tens of thousands to millions of video views. Ask a lot of my clients. Now, your goal should be to launch at least one short form video per day to start uploading it to all those channels. So that's a good goal. Write that down, one short form video per day. And I want to give you some success tips for short form video in 2024 so you can hit the ground running. Use attractive visuals in your content. In TikTok, use relevant hashtags, 5 to 7 per post. Some can be national, some can be local, trending. All the other networks, don't worry about hashtags. That only applies to TikTok. Keep your videos short and sweet. In fact, on TikTok and Reels, if you can pack great content, one bite-sized nugget into like a 30 to 40-second spot, that's the sweet spot. Be creative with your content and stand out. If you have a good personality, humorous, well, edutain them, as we say. Use popular and engaging music. Sometimes that helps things go viral. Collaborate with others, local influencers, or people online. Hold a contest or giveaway. Use TikTok ads to pour gasoline on the fire. I've done trainings about TikTok ads before and how massive they are. Partner with local or national influencers to help give your content more legs. Make use of new trends. You know, some of your content might be talking about what's in the news lately. And by doing that, you're naturally going to get more views because what's hot today, if it just drops, boom, could get you hundreds of thousands of video views based on the topic itself and how fast it's trending. Use calls to actions. Tell people what to do after the video. Answer a question, go to a website, things like that. Pay attention to your analytics, the likes to view ratio, the video watch rates, the retention graph, and things like that. That way you can modify and adjust so you can improve. Always track your metrics on your fan page or on your TikTok short form platforms. I always say what we can measure, we can improve. Always be testing. Don't just do one thing over and over. Experiment. Keep your brand consistent as well and have fun. If you look like you're a zombie or you look like you're just, struggling or constipated, people aren't going to resonate. So kick back and relax. Talk to the camera like you're speaking to a friend or colleague. Be the producer, not the consumer. When you get into social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, get in there and do your work and get out. Or have a team member help you. Don't spend an hour messing around because I've been there and hour goes by and what have you accomplished? Nothing. Stand out from the crowd. This just takes a little bit of looking and seeing what everyone else is doing so you can actually be different. Have a content creation and distribution strategy. This is stuff that I work on with clients all the time. Kind of ties into that calendar angle. Document more of your life too. If you don't have a lot of time, have a CA in the office just follow you around as you're talking to a patient with an x-ray or as you're doing some adjusting work, but explain what you're doing. When you document, content gets created for you so you don't have to spend any additional time doing more. Your mess is your message. Feature your screw-ups on all the channels. I think this is something that we have a problem doing a lot of times because we're afraid to be vulnerable. But I will tell you, and maybe you've noticed this, when you share your vulnerability and your mess-ups, these things are the ones that get a lot of likes and potentially go viral. Always happens. Now, where do you post organically on social media? Well, here is the list. There's a lot of social platforms, but keep it here. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter. For now. And in those, of course, you've got your regular posts, your stories, Facebook Reels, regular post stories on Instagram. You see, some people only go into the stories on Instagram. They don't look at the newsfeed anymore. And you also have to realize that Instagram attracts a slightly different audience than Facebook because people have migrated because they don't like the whining and complaining that's on Facebook a lot of times. YouTube, people are on there, and YouTube's a search network. They have shorts. TikTok, regular videos and stories. So make sure we're addressing all of these. And if you produce one piece of content, you need to repurpose that content. Put it on all the channels. Get that video transcribed, turn it into a blog post, extract the audio, put it into a podcast. Make use of your content. Take a long form video that you've done that's an hour and get it cut into clips, either from somebody on Fiverr, or you can use a tool like opus.ai to do that. Now, your biggest opportunity to build your audience with paid media, paid ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, TikTok ads, LinkedIn ads, and I would have added Google AdWords as well. Those are the 6 channels that you can tap into paid media and get high returns. So if you're tapping into a couple, well, now it's time to add more layers. Here are 11 social media advertising mistakes. I have to share these with you because so many docs are making them. Using boring headlines that don't get the attention of your ideal client. If you can't draw someone in with your words, you're going to pay a higher cost per engagement. Selecting the wrong campaign objective for the intended action. Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, they track habits and they serve to add to those most likely to complete that objective. Have an audience size that's too small. For local audiences, it's best to start with general audiences between 90,000 and 150 if you can. Relying way too much on interest targeting, you're leaving so much money on the table because Facebook's targeting has kind of been all over the place the last several years. It's not as accurate as it used to be with the interests. So make sure you have separate campaigns that are more general. Not creating several different custom audiences and following up with them weekly with great content. The money is in the relationships, and the relationships are built with the follow-up and the retargeting on these channels. Having an offer that doesn't fit your audience. Do you really know what your ideal patient avatar wants and how to add value to them? That's something to think about and really dial it in. Using images that blend in as opposed to differing from other local competitors. If everyone's using an X-ray ad for a low back pain, well, that's going to blend in as opposed to using a personal one from the office where you are pointing to an X-ray or something else. You got to stand out elegantly and reverse engineer others to be unique. Expecting social ads to convert like Google AdWords are totally different types of traffic. Google is search traffic. And while social media can convert well, you just can't send them to any old page. They're not searching for professionals on the social network. Failing to measure and monitor your ads consistently, what you track, you can improve. If you're mostly hands-off, you've already lost the game. That's why I believe in smart delegation. You don't just delegate to an agency without knowing what's going on. You need to get your hands dirty a little bit. This is what I've seen with my multi-million-dollar chiropractic offices. I've consulted with them, and they learn the systems, and they delegate it in office or to a team that they can measure it. Falling victim to ad fatigue and not knowing how to refresh. Social ads can go flat for a lot of reasons, like spam complaints, the frequency cap, small audiences. That doesn't mean the ad is worthless now. You've just got to know how to reignite the campaign. No split testing in the landing page or changing too many variables at once. The money's in the details. If one headline doesn't seem to be working, track your conversions. Don't make 3 changes immediately, or else you're not going to know what worked. Social media many times is really, well, I should say, simple is many times better with social media ads and promotion. Here's a great example. This is a simple post on the fan page telling a story about a patient. Before he came in the office, this is what his parents were experiencing with the anxiety, ADHD, yada, yada, yada. And then after, she goes into it, and we just promoted it to the right audience. You can see here a picture with her and the patient. A lot of stuff going on in this image, but it actually still worked well for her, drawing several new patients every single week just from one simple story ad. Now, I'd recommend having just a picture of you in that patient and the patient with maybe a sign, no more numbness and tingling, for example. But you can see here, relatively short post as well, before, after care, and what mom and dad are noticing. Beautiful, beautiful story. Sometimes they can be really, really long. Sometimes they can be short, but you just need to test them out in your ads. This is not about sophisticated funnels at all. You've just got to reverse engineer what other competitors are doing and be different. Nobody's going to have your personal story or your patient's story. That's what you have that's unique. So you need to feature some of those in your ads. Moving on. List building is still the core of everything you do online, so make it a priority to get people off of social media onto an email list that you control. I don't know what Google's going to do tomorrow. I don't know what Facebook's going to do tomorrow. But understand, we got to get them off. Common denominators of my top private coaching clients. Well, here it is. They're consistent with their ad spend, $1,000 to $4,000 per month in ads across all the channels, whether that's Facebook, TikTok, Google AdWords, or Instagram, super fast follow-up leads within 30 minutes, sometimes a lot less, and they're running between 6 and 10 advertising campaigns at a time. Plus, they have a marketing calendar. There are those words again. Reaching new audience should be a top priority this year and moving on. More testing is going to be required for your social media ads because there are more people now running ads. It just makes sense. So you have to test more ads. Consumers are still choosing businesses and doctors, though, with the largest digital footprint. So you might be great on Facebook right now and Google, but you've ignored Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, all these other platforms. Now it's time to really make good on everything. So you just have a massive spider web online, because this is how people search. They want to see you everywhere, and you're going to win the game. Collaborations and joint ventures with other small businesses or influencers are going to become even more common. Your local dentist, your local MD, personal trainer, attorney, you guys can work out situations where you can interview each other, send it to each other's lists, or send offers out for each other, post blog posts to grow each other's fan pages. Do that more. Make a list of all the business owners that you personally know. Could be patients, clients, family, or friends. Live streaming remains popular, so mix it up. You can go live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. See how your engagement does. Organic content marketing on most channels won't be enough. Seems like I'm preaching to the choir. You already know this. You've got to use paid ads in conjunction with organic, or else you're not going to see the new patients that you want in your office. How to get more news feed visibility for free? Well, tell stories and ask more open-ended questions. Stories always stimulate engagement if they're done correctly. The more comments you get on these channels, the more they show it in the news feed. So as you get comments, respond to those comments. Post more on your fan page a couple times per day if you're able to in your office. Create more engaging content, not lame subject headlines. So many docs, they have the best of intentions. Unfortunately, their content is just, it doesn't grab you by the throat, right? Review your insights tab on your Facebook business page. This tells you at what time your content is going viral the most. It tells you what type of content people are resonating with the most, so you can see without guessing what they really like and lean more toward into that. Then you can use Facebook Live video and run advertising to promote your best content. I love doing this because so very few chiros are still doing that, taking their best stories and content and putting it out there. Big opportunities to build your brand awareness and attract new practice members. Organic social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok again. Nextdoor is a local community, but it has a very large following, and there's no spam on that platform, which is great. So that might be something you try. And Twitter, which is now called X. Google, SEO, search engine optimization, AdWords, local service ads, Google My Business, content marketing, producing blogs and such, email marketing, emailing your patients at least once a week. Put that on your list, one time per week, every week. Paid social media advertising, Facebook, Insta, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, etc. Event marketing. Events have come back in full force. So if you were doing events before the pandemic, start doing them again to really ramp things up. And you can use social media, Facebook, Instagram ads to them. Influencers and joint venture partnerships. This bypasses all algorithms. You go straight to people that have followings in your local area, and you might be able to work out deals with them so you're posting on behalf of each other. And then internal referrals. This is another beautiful, simple strategy where you can turn one patient from social into 2 or 3 just by having great internal referral protocols and asking people to refer when they're loving you, right? Whether they're out of pain, they're feeling straighter, less stress, all that other good stuff. Now, Facebook and Instagram advertising, you've got to commit to a monthly budget. You have to this year and beyond. And percentage of gross, whatever that is. I usually recommend at least 8%, but whatever you can do to start off with, something is always better than nothing. The average chiro I work with spending between $500 to $4,000 a month on ads collectively combined with all of these channels. And you got to determine your objective. So is your objective branding or awareness? You want to give a big hug to the community, let people know about you. Direct response, are you trying to get the new patient from a condition-specific ad or a specific ad for your chiropractic? Are you trying to sell some other stuff, get an email subscriber, workshop registration? Are you trying to get likes, shares, and comments to your post? Engagement. Or are you just trying to create goodwill? You got to choose and figure out which one you are looking for. The best is when you combine all of these different types. So you've got campaigns running for each to make it a very multi-dimensional approach. So metrics to strive for when you're running ads. Cost per engagement wise, a dollar or less, preferably under 70 cents, because you can still get that. Cost per click, $1.50, but you should still be able to get under a dollar per click less. Click-through rate 2.0 or above. I would say cost per lead on Facebook under $30 per lead. Cost per message under $25 per message. Still easily doable in most markets. Test a regular Facebook ad at $10 a day for 4 days maximum, just to get your preliminary metrics like your likes, comments, and shares and all that stuff. You're going to get a 5-to-1 return, hopefully, and a 30-to-1 is achievable. Now, I will tell you, if you're looking for a new patient in the office, if you invest $200 on any given Facebook ad, and write that down, $200, and if you don't attract a patient for $200 that you spend, it's likely that's not going to happen if you spend $1,000 on the ad. So I just saved you a lot of money there, like I do with many clients. $200 is your cutoff point where you say, we're going to stop this because it's not going to produce. 80% of your content on social should be valuable content, and then 20 should be promotion. That's the way that I look at it. Now, return on ad spend tips for these. I like to use more casual image. I'll keep the videos shorter, maybe actually now probably under a minute and a half, quite honestly, in today's market. Relax the grammar, talk like you would speak to a friend. Split test different ad copy and links. Verticals videos will generate higher engagement rate always. The best ads feel more like organic native posts. I can't stress that enough. And then you can even test out emojis if you want. In some markets, they seem to kind of do a little bit better. Content-based videos. Stop overthinking this stuff, and you can use ChatGPT to get great ideas on content-based videos for chiropractors. You can do service or product demonstrations, case studies, or testimonials. Whenever you're in doubt about something, get a testimonial or a case study where you're following a patient from the first visit on to when they're just out of pain or loving chiropractic or what you've done for them. FAQ style videos, frequently asked questions, animated sketch videos, activities of daily living. We're in the winter time as I'm recording this. I've got so many doctors doing videos on how to shovel snow without injuring your low back. They love this stuff and they get shared virally. This is one of my clients. She was showing how she adjusted pregnant moms. Not a lot of moms know that they can be adjusted while pregnant. It is very, very gentle. This video, as we started putting money behind it, 64,000 views, 176 likes, 54 shares, and new patients were coming in from this video left and right. This gentleman did a video on 6 tips to avoid knee replacement surgery, 246,000 video views, 384 likes, 174 shares. When I coached him on how to do that. Dr. Jasper here in the UK, 869,000 video views, 317 shares, 486 likes, 3 of the best exercises for sciatica. And this video is bringing him new patients every week as we were on the phone. So it's a pretty powerful concept. Dr. Mike shared his personal story at the Harvard Club of Boston, prestigious venue, 155,000 video views, 409 likes, 174 shares, and people asking to come in his office left and right. So video still works. It's just how you do it. Metrics to strive for, cost per video view at 95%. Try to make that 75 cents or less, but your best videos will get under 50 cents per 95% video view. Try to get 2 shares for every 10 likes as well. Test video on Facebook for $10 a day, 4 days maximum, just to get an idea of initially what your costs are going to be. And if it hits that sweet spot, then you can let it continuously run until you reach that maybe $150, $200 point where you say, okay, is it generating patients or is it not? At least a 5-to-1 return on your investment on the low end. That's what I would like to strive for, unless we're just putting that video out there for goodwill. 80% content, 20% promotion. Retargeting and custom audiences, we have to do that on Facebook because that's a way of touching people that have already seen content of ours, and we can come back around and show them more great content. That's retargeting, and you do that with custom audiences, and I've put a ton of video tutorials out there about that. Now, let me ask you a question. How much different would your practice be if you had all these strategies working together just 6 months ago? How much more visibility would you have garnered to your chiropractic website, to your practice? How much more website traffic would you have? How many more new patient or client referrals from Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Google, and YouTube would you have every single month? Well, I can tell you from experience, you would have so many just knocking your door down. And the reality is, in some markets, things happen real quick. Other markets take time. I remember I was working with a gentleman in New York City not too long ago, and we kept working and working and working, and months and months and months went by. Nothing was seeming to work like in my other markets. So finally, we did a case study video, and all of a sudden, boom, that thing hit. Now he was generating new patient after new patient. So if you keep being persistent, eventually that dam is going to break. It does every single time. And you probably heard me say this over the years, but slow and steady always wins the race. Keep building momentum. And I'm telling you, big things are going to happen. So getting all these layers that I just spoke about in place are going to help you increase your impact, your influence, and your monthly income in your chiropractic practice. And I would love to have you in a specific group and community that we've created. And I have a special invitation for you today where I can help work with you to achieve your practice growth goals much, much faster. And I want you to be honest with yourself, because I know sometimes these things fall by the wayside and you need that accountability. I'm the same way. So I hang out with people that are doing big things that I respect and admire, that are successful. So they push me because I don't want to let them down. And of course, it helps me grow in my areas of life. So I want to introduce you to our Freedom Alliance Mastermind. This is our fam. Maybe you've heard about it in the last several months in chiropractic. Maybe you haven't, but it's a community of world-class experts, successful chiropractors, business owners, health experts, and freedom-loving entrepreneurs. And when I say freedom, I'm talking about time freedom, financial freedom, and health freedom. The power of this network is in the curation of its members. I personally hand select and vet the applicants. Many of these members are my most successful coaching clients. No one enters this circle unless they go through me. So it's hand vetted, limited to 50 people. This is not a community I intend to build to the hundreds or the thousands. I'm not really interested in doing that at this stage. And if you followed me in the past, you know that my private coaching program, where I've gotten the best results, I've kind of morphed it into this particular mastermind because it really fuses the best of all worlds. And we're about making the family unit unbreakable now and in the future. And these times are definitely a bit uncertain, but we're creating prosperity, and I would love to show you exactly what we're doing. And a big reason why my wife and I created this fam community is because I've been a member of many groups and masterminds and still am. But we found pieces missing. There was no organization that brought together every single thing that we wanted, not only to grow our businesses, our practices, but also to bring more fulfillment, security, and greater meaning into our lives. And I also recognize the following. So while I've been able to use social media to generate millions of dollars over the years, when I look back and take inventory of what's created quantum leap growth, it's been because of strong relationships I've forged with high integrity A players. And in life and business, who you know matters more than what you know. It's about having access to resources and tools without spinning your wheels for 6 months or 2 years trying to figure out where to go. It's a shortcut. Now, this fam is for you if you want to, number one, upgrade your peer group and hold yourself to a higher standard. Number two, if you want to privately coach with me so I can help you harness social media or AI to grow big. If you want to access insider knowledge and the brain power of the group as a whole. If you want to have regular accountability, if you thrive under that, then this will be a good option. If you like the idea of multiplying your impact, your influence, and income, this group is for you. So our core values revolve around family, relationship capital, freedom, time, health, and money, insider knowledge, philanthropy. It's pretty simple. And what we discuss in this group specifically is, number one, practice growth strategies, social media, AI, current opportunities to scale while using business as a force for good in the world. You learn what other members are doing. And we have a collection and an archive and a library of videos that you should absolutely watch as soon as you join. Tons of great nuggets and gems in there. We talk about investing for cash flow and wealth building, real estate, business acquisitions, internet-based income, and a lot more. We talk about family, strengthening connection, bonding, travel, adventure, world events, reading patterns, understanding what's happening and how they impact us, and how to come out not only unscathed, but as a winner as this economy shifts, and a lot more. So what you get as a member is the following. We're going to do weekly Zoom calls plus recordings where we share insider knowledge, help you overcome challenges, create new practice growth possibilities. You can share, celebrate your wins. The sessions will typically last an hour, plus you've got email access in between. You get 2 VIP in-person meetups per year and travel opportunities, one at maybe our country club in Atlanta and one at maybe a European or American destination. We haven't decided yet there. But expect red carpet luxury experiences all the way. If you've been to one of our events in the past, you know how we love to pamper our guests. You get access to our private WhatsApp group so you'll never miss important content or conversations. That is gold, in my opinion. You get cool swag, merchandise, and perks that are only available to members. I'm going to give you a free ticket to our flagship Social Media Revenue Summit that happens August 17th of 2024. That's a $17.97 value. You'll get access to all my products and programs now and in the future. Social Media Elite, Internet Income Club, Real Estate Investing Summit, in-house advertising secrets, chat GPT marketing secrets, and whatever's created in the future. You're going to access in this fam group high-level connections, resources, and contacts that you wouldn't find anywhere else. It's taken me hundreds of thousands of dollars to build this Rolodex, and I guard it carefully. Relationship capital is truly the gift that keeps on giving. And by being accepted into our inner circle, you're going to get fast access to what's taken me 17 plus years to build. You'll have priority access to new money-making opportunities that I come across through other exclusive partnerships or masterminds, and I haven't shared these with any clients before. You'll have ongoing accountability, which holds your feet to the fire just to make sure you get things done. Interviews with other 7, 8, and 9-figure world-class experts, and those who resonate with our attitudes, values, and beliefs. Here are some more fam benefits. You get to be surrounded by winners, brilliant men and women who care about helping you reach your desired level of success. As the old saying goes, your network equals your net worth, and proximity is power. This is the ultimate shortcut to multiplying your wealth. Your income is guaranteed to grow or your money back. And I'm so confident about this group and what we can give to you and the value that you get. I will make that guarantee. The benefit is solving problems efficiently and removing bottlenecks. Many members have their special zone of genius, and when we all come together, the brain power is off the charts. We faced any problem you can possibly imagine and came out on top, so we'll guide you through to finding a solution quickly. You'll get insider information, tools, strategies, and resources only the world's elite are privy to. You get access to new adventures, bucket list experiences. We travel and speak all over the world and share our top spots, recommendations, and tips to help you and your family live an epic life. Accountability, I keep stressing that word because it is so important. And for me in my own life, it's just transformed. Knowing that I have people that are going to cheer me on, but also hold my feet to the fire. Sometimes we do let ourselves down, but when you're with other people that you respect, you're not going to do that. So we'll help you accomplish your goals and your dreams much faster. You'll be able to openly share your wins. This is something that I didn't have for a long time. The more successful you become, the more difficult it can be to talk to family members, friends, or colleagues who are not at the same level. However, it's important to share and celebrate your accomplishments. This is encouraged in our group because growth is a scorecard and we want you to soar high. I could share with you testimonial after testimonial from clients of mine over the years that I've been in close proximity with, that I've privately coached, that have just went on to do amazing things, like Dr. Cameron. He talks about everything you have taught us has been worth its weight in gold. We've never had anything produce business growth like this in 28 years of practice. Dr. McEwen. Dr. Jeremiah talks about how he went from 2 to 3 new patients per month to over 25 per month from Facebook with our help. Dr. Brian and Misty, I just hung out with them in Switzerland last year. Over the past 12 months, we've generated over 35 new patients per month from social media with your coaching. Dr. Jose talks about how when he created his online course, I helped him launched it, and it brought in 37,000 in just 2 months. I have experience with launching internet-based products, and it changed the game that way. And he was grateful, and I was happy to work with him. Dr. Ryan out of the UK has many different clinics, and he's generated thousands of new patients because of what he's learned social media-wise from our coaching. Dr. Vanessa, when she opened her clinic, she had 22 new patients her first month just from the videos that she was doing on social media and the ads that we were running as I guided her through. Dr. Stan went from 3 to 5 new patients from the internet per year to 3 to 5 per week up in Michigan. Dr. Brad started selling stuff on Amazon, generated $6,500 USD in his last/first month. And, that profit margin was probably like 40%. So he did great his first month, creating a secondary source of income. Dr. Greg generated hundreds of thousands of dollars with the coaching, and he's a regular attendee at our social media revenue summit. Dr. Barbara Eaton says, Matthew Loop's coaching is awesome. I increased my income by over $500,000 in less than a year with him. Growing my business 1,212% has been a wild, fun rush. And then Dr. Sachin Patel, he says, I cannot say enough about how Matthew Loop has changed my life, but more importantly, the thousands of people that now hear my message loud and clear. He's provided me all the tools, mentorship, and support I needed to help me generate over $1 million in revenue through social media alone. He is kind, generous with his information, and living proof himself. He walks the walk. Thank you. Always fills my heart. So here's what the FAM membership will do for you. It's going to give you an aggressive, strategic game plan to doubling your current practice or business using the internet or social media. I've helped over 8,500 docs and professionals multiply their new clients and revenue from these channels. You'll get feedback from me personally, whether it's on the call or on a fast track call or via email, the WhatsApp group. I'm always here for you so we can help you grow and move forward to make sure you get it done right the first time. And I'll even help you craft your campaigns sometimes. This will help you create new possibilities in your marketing. This is not always about solving problems. It's about new possibilities. Help you use social media and AI the most effectively and realize the goals that you know you're capable of achieving. Eliminate barriers or obstacles which keep you from your desired level of success. And the FAM will show you how to create, launch, and market information products that can be sold globally, like software, courses, books, membership sites, coaching programs. I've sold millions of dollars with these. I'll show you how to start and grow your own 5 to 6 figure Amazon affiliate business if you want, or automate your business so you can have multiple flows of passive revenue. If it's Google, I'll show you how to help you achieve top rankings or to create an unstoppable PR machine you couldn't turn off even if you wanted to. You want to learn how to work smarter, work less, so you can make more with leverage. I'll teach you a set of skills that pays you over and over for life in any economy. Doesn't matter if it's up or down. So what's the eligibility criteria for the FAM? Here it is. You got to have a family first mentality and value time, money, and health freedom. That's important. You must already have a degree of success in your practice or your business. You must have a desire to build and multiply your net worth by 5 to 15x. We'll discuss modern wealth creation and cash flow methods that are working in spite of the chaos that surrounds us. You must understand that no government or politician on either side is coming to save you. The world does not run and operate like most people think it does. You need to save yourself. You got to be a giver and willing to participate in the community. I'm not looking for takers. You got to be willing to share your successes openly and candidly with our community. Qualified members are selected for what they bring to the table, their unique skills, resources, and knowledge. Each member adheres to a confidentiality agreement of what happens within the group stays within the group. You got to be open to learning and be an action taker. I'm not going to do the work for you. We provide the success roadmap, but it's up to you and your team to implement. Transformation is the name of the game, and in FAM, we're focused on changing businesses and lives forever. So what's the investment? Well, what's the average of a new patient worth in your office? Is it $1,000, the yearly value or lifetime value? $2,500, $5,000? What's the real value of learning a skill set that pays you over and over again for life? What's the real value of being in a tight-knit community of high 6, 7, and 8-figure docs that are thinking way differently than everyone else out there? They're at the top of their game. The investment is a one-time investment of $15,000. And we have 3 payment options. The first is $2,500 down today, then 10 monthly installments of $1,250. The second is a 2-pay, $7,000 today, and then $7,000 in 3 months, you get to save $1,000 on the total membership. And then the third option is we have a one pay. You can pay the $13,000 today and you can save $2,000. If your income does not substantially grow during our year together, we'll refund your entire membership. In fact, your investment is $15,000 in total, assuming you take the monthly membership. If you don't generate at least $45,000 in extra revenue in 2024, you read that correctly, I will refund your money. This is a risk-free opportunity. That's why I'm trying to make it a complete no-brainer if this resonates with you, because I know what I can deliver, and I know what our community can deliver if you're willing to do the work. If you've been a client or subscriber in the past, you've likely made tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of dollars from strategies and information I've shared with you. Now, in the Freedom Alliance Mastermind, we're going to be working closely each month. Not only that, you'll have access to the brain power of other members as well, and we periodically bring the best of the best to share their knowledge and insights. Who you surround yourself with right now matters more than ever in this unpredictable world that we live in. Show me your friends, family, and peer group, and I'll show you your future. I've heard variations of this said many times, and it's never been more true. The last thing you want to do right now is spend large amounts of time with people who lack motivation, discipline, and the ability to be resourceful. I personally believe tougher times are coming. If the conversations you're having at the moment are about the weather, celebrity gossip, what's happening in the news, how you can cut expenses, save money, then you're not in a good place. In the fam, we have conversations about solving problems, growing your practice in your business, investing in relationships, becoming recession-proof, buying cash-flowing assets, accessing private or institutional capital, doing whatever it takes to protect your family, recognizing world happenings and how they affect you. The rich are getting richer, so it's time to tilt the table in your favor. I've already given you my personal guarantee, which is if you don't generate at least 3 times your investment, the $15,000 over the next year that you're in the FAM group, I will personally refund your money. I don't know how to make it any more clear than this. There are limited spots available for membership. We're capping it at 50, and we still have some spots that we are giving away for this charter membership. So if this resonates with you, then absolutely take the next step. Once the charter membership is filled, the doors are going to close. I can't envision having, hundreds or thousands because, number one, I still give my personal time to each individual member on these calls. And you'll be able to see as you access the recordings and what we've done thus far, it is very, very strategic, and we're all together, and I devote a lot of time to this. Now, traditionally, my private coaching clients recoup their investment within 30 days because they take action. So hopefully you are in that same group. So here's what to do next. Click the big yellow button that you see on this screen. It's going to be below the video or to the right, or there's going to be a link, and it'll tell you specifically click it, and you can go ahead and complete that checkout. You'll invest the $2,500, and then every month for the next 10 months, it'll be $1,250 for that. And to be clear, like I said, we're not looking to build this network into the hundreds or the thousands. The older I get, the smaller my circle gets, and for good reason. Give me a handful of high-quality relationships over a large quantity of acquaintances any day of the week. And there are no big egos in the fam. If you have a big ego, this is really not for you. Everyone comes in here with an open heart, willing to share. We're all here to provide value, and you'll have direct access to me. You can leverage my expertise and track record along with other seasoned members. I've helped many clients grow to 7 and 8 figures with powerful social media and internet marketing methods. One of my favorite quotes is, procrastination is a thief that robs the average person of dreams and opportunity. Hopefully you found a lot of value from today's training on what to do and how to make your 2024 successful to hit the ground running, but the invitation still stands. I'd love to have you in our fam, and if you'd like to take advantage of those 2 prepay options, either the pay up front or the 2-pay, you can email Anna at info@dcincome.com immediately to access that opportunity. Let's set records together in 2024. I'm always here to help serve and support you. More prosperity, freedom, and impact. That's the name of the game. My name is Dr. Matthew Lupin. I hope you have a fantastic day. I wish you nothing but massive success this coming year. Let's work this together and I'm telling you, as you build momentum, that snowball is going to turn into an avalanche. So again, hopefully you found value from today's training. Let me know if you have any questions regarding our Freedom Alliance Mastermind. Would love to have you as a member, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.